time for The View, America.
Think women are hunting for their very own Christian Grey or Magic Mike? Nope. And wait till you hear who tops the list of the most wanted men in America. He's been in so many awesome movies, you're probably 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. He's looking back at his most classic roles and into the freaky future of the following.
There is a real possibility that it's going to take over my life for a while.
And hope you're having lunch soon, because superstar Chef Hakeem is spicing up The View with a Latin feast. Plus, Tamara Tooney is looking back at 15 seasons of Law & Order SVU and revealing why she was born to play someone who hangs around dead bodies. This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez, and today, actress Garcelle Beauvais and comedian Michelle Collins jump into the co-host chairs. It all starts now.
Welcome to The View, y'all. Welcome. Hey, you know, a lot of parents are setting up gift registries for their children's birthday parties, and people are very split about whether this is obnoxious or just a good way to make sure their kids get what they want.
Obnoxious, I say. I feel like we're setting up these kids to have such high expectations that there's nothing to look forward to when you're having a baby shower or a wedding, a bridal shower. I feel like these kids are getting too much too soon.
If you are a person who doesn't have children, you don't know what to get a kid.
You can
And if there's a registry,
okay,
it makes it a little easier on people who don't know. So I think it is a good idea for people who maybe don't know. Because if you don't have, you know, a tween or a 7-year-old, you don't know what they're into now.
I understand, but you can always get a book.
I think that
you can always
what's
get a book.
difficult, I think what's are people who don't have money. So it's like, if you have a registry and you can't afford anything on the registry, what are you going to do? And even if you,
Amazon,
I mean, there's going to be people that are not going to even have a registry.
But you can but see, there's a choice. They're not saying you have to use the registry. It's there if you need it.
Also
I don't think that's a bad thing.
To see, like, okay, they like the Hunger Games. I have 2 little nieces.
Yeah.
Right.
I am a childless gentleman. Anyways, I never know. But I never know what to buy them.
Or women, because she might if you ask.
Yes.
We'll be easy like that.
have to go after that. But what I think is nice is you do know, like, when you're having a baby or you have a birthday, that people are so generous and they're going to get you things. And if you actually have needs and you know you have this one event a year and you actually need some things, it might be nice to put some things that you need on a list. So when I first saw it, you know, and I wouldn't do this for my son. He doesn't need anything. And we had a birthday party in December. I said, please, no gifts, nothing. People bring it anyway.
Yes,
And, you know, and I was actually thinking, you know, maybe next year, you know, find a children's charity or something. But I think if you need things and you're having a birthday party and there are things that you need, making a registry is nice.
I think it's but is this registry for the kids in terms of toys and games for them, or is it because
that's what it
sounds
like?
Family?
If you need things, you know, it's a you know, the whole
the
gamut
only
of
Amazon
things.
wish list there should be is a Make-A-Wish list. Like if you're a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yes, but if you know, but a book and a puzzle from everybody might not be the right thing.
Right.
So if somebody wants to find something nice that maybe, and you're right, Rosie, maybe they don't have a lot of money, but if there's a registry, one of the things you can say is there anything on there that maybe I can do? And if you see that there's not, then you go to it in a different way. But I think the more options you give people to help them help you, I think it's not a bad thing, because there's no law saying you must use the registry, damn you.
Why do you register at the dollar store, ladies? That solves all the problems.
Yes,
You know what?
Yes.
That is actually a wonderful idea, and I would love it if, I don't know, more places that folks actually shop had registries so that people could say, oh, you know, I saw that family up the street, and what do they need, you know, or soldiers' families, you know, that you don't always know what the family needs. Yeah.
That's a totally different.
Yeah, and
No, same thing.
who devises the registry is also a question.
The family, I think you do, as the person.
I hope it's the parent, because if it's the kid, it would be like, you know, like when you get married and you have a whole registry and you go, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Damn it. So for the kid, it would be a little disappointing.
Wedding registries are so stupid. I registered for like what are the plates? China.
Right.
And the spoons and
the whole
forks.
country?
Silver stuff. I got one spoon. One spoon, and I use it all the time because it's this beautiful silver spoon. But I got one. I got one spoon.
That's
so
like you're eating cereal, your husband is using his hands. You're like, sorry, babe.
One spoon. I went to Crate and Barrel and bought
You're supposed to do that for the wedding. I got married 500 times, never had a registry. Never knew.
Make you a registry, and we'll just buy you stuff. So
that's nice.
Well, you know what else parents are split about? It's weird. A lot of schools have picture day around this time of the year, and a lot of photographers are now saying to parents that they can Photoshop their kids' pictures for an extra fee. Now, go ahead.
I actually had that. It was picture day, and I'm filling out the form. What package do you want, you know? And on the bottom, I saw for $10, you can Photoshop. And I was actually outraged because I feel like, first of all, they're kids, and they're supposed to be bad. So that when you're older, you go, oh, my God, I look so much better than I did when I was in 3rd grade. I mean, I think it's too much if we're already Photoshopping
You know what, though? I
little
disagree.
baby's picture.
I'm going to disagree. Kids are already naturally very ugly, Garcelle. First of all. But let's be honest. Listen. First of all these kids, they all have iPhones. There are apps that they can download for free that Photoshop them anyways. So they're very used to looking at, like, these celebrities Photoshopped. Why shouldn't we, like, pump their self-esteem a little bit, throw $10 in and make them look good in their yearbook?
I wish when... I'm going to embarrass my cousin Sixto a little bit. Again! It's so much fun.
It is.
Yeah.
I love
But, you know, we were very, very poor, but his family was even more poor than ours. So, on picture day, what they would do, because there was a lot of kids in his family, they would send Edgar to school in their nice shirt. They would wait and say, Sixto, and then he would go home and give the shirt to Sixto, and then Sixto would come back, and they would rotate the shirt. And people, one day, they saw Edgar and Sixto's pictures together, and they thought they were twins. And I was like, no, they're poor. And, Photoshop, even just to like put a different shirt on there would be awesome.
Well, you know what? One of our producers told a story which I thought what again a great option for a parent. When he was a kid, he would get so nervous that he would get cold sore every time, every photo, because it just gave him anxiety.
Yeah.
And he said if my mom had the ability to Photoshop that out, everyone would have been much calmer. And I thought, oh, well, there might be sometimes, again, no one is forced to do anything, but it's nice that there's an option now. You know, sometimes kids have facial issues and scarring and stuff, and they don't want to look at that. Little kids don't want to look at their own scar, and so you give them a little something, say, now, you know, the bigger you get, the taller you get, this is going to shrink. So let's watch how it shrinks on you. I mean, there's all kinds. I just think it's a wonderful option. I love options. You know, oh, wait, no. This is one of my favorite things ever. Here is a picture day photo of our Hot Topics producer, Jason Kornblatt's daughter, Charlie, and he said this is the best photo she took that day.
I love it. She's so cute. I love her.
And I think I figured out why she has this face on. Because parents are now constantly in their kids' face with a freaking camera.
You're absolutely right.
And maybe she was saying, oh my God!
You know what? My son is 3, and he will not let me take a picture of him. But if I turn the camera around and say selfie, he's like, once he can see him, so he snaps all. And the only good pictures I have of him either have my short little arm in there and they're crooked, or they have him like pointing the button.
We're raising a country full of narcissists. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, those phones are killing their kids. Kind of photo.
Wow, we're doing everything with narcissists. We got them on television. We got them in the bedroom. It's too much for me. Because who can look? Never mind. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
dog's not the only pooch with superpowers. Find out how your dog really has the amazing ability to read your mind next.
So, welcome back. An associate dean at Tufts University just proposed that the voting age in America should be lowered to 16.
I thought you were going to say the UK. Here?
Well, no, it's here.
Okay.
It's here. And so, is that a smart move?
Well, I have to say something. I know the faces in the audience when you said that, everybody's faces collapsed. Like, people were like, bad idea. Here's why I think it's a good idea. We already allow our 16-year-olds to get behind the wheels of murder weapons, basically. They're driving these SUVs around. If you can get on a highway, I think you can learn to go vote and like vote for president. And plus, it gets them voting while they're still in school. So you have a community of people who are going at once and they can discuss it in class or whatever. I don't know. I think it's not a horrible idea.
I don't think it's a horrible idea, too. I think the fact that we're always saying we want younger people to get involved, we want younger people to get involved, maybe this will start them to, you know, to feel responsible and want to get involved and learn a little bit more. So I think, in a way, it's not such a bad thing.
Well, sorry to say I totally disagree, because this is one of the most important decisions you're going to make for the nation and for yourself. And at 16 years old, your brain is not fully mature, it's not fully developed. The front part of your brain still needs some time to mature and grow. So it's too serious for me. And I agree about the driving. I think they need to wait on that too.
You know what, I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
Seriously.
So I think it's very serious. And
I think it is a terrible idea, and if the law changed, like 7 more people would vote. 18 to 24-year-olds vote in the lowest propensity. It's staggering. I mean, they are the lowest propensity voters in our country.
Here's the interesting thing about this country. I'm not a fan of 16-year-olds voting.
Or driving?
But well, you know, in certain states, they can't drive alone. I'm okay with that. If somebody's in the car with you, there are grown people I don't want to get in the car with. But the thing that is intriguing about this is we have already raised a country full of people who have the ability to vote. They know how to vote for stuff. No. They know how to vote for American Idol. They know how to vote for... So they at least know the word.
You know, more people vote in American Idol in a season than vote in our national elections.
That's the point. That's the point. A recent study asks women what type of man they find most attractive, and topping the list was a military hero. Now, I mean, I love this idea because I've always loved a man in a uniform.
When that UPS guy comes over, I'm like, that's the only package y'all delivering today? I thought you had 2 packages.
Wait.
Couldn't agree more.
Did you just say that again?
Yeah.
Say that again.
Say it again.
Yes,
I thought y'all had 2 packages. End of story. Thank you, Whoopi.
I loved it. It was fun. And I don't know if they heard it. I loved it.
I got it.
She makes me laugh.
I think my favorite movie ever, American Sniper, has sort of reminded people of just how attractive that man who wants to serve his country, and women, because I think we actually, for the first time, we have women serving in combat positions, and the real heroes, though, are the people who marry them, the military men and women.
Well,
those are my heroes.
Those families. Let's put it in. Those families are heroes because anyone who supports a family of a soldier through thick and thin, wherever they go, you go. My hat comes off to you. I find, and this is just because of comic relief, I find that the American public is much less self-centered than folks would have us believe. People can't wait to give. People can't wait to help. And actually, y'all in your uniform of humanity, we would take all of y'all. We would take each and every one of y'all. Now, I am telling you the truth as I feel it. But maybe if I had a dog, there'd be a different thing. Because apparently dogs can tell whether you're telling the truth or you're lying. No, yes, research. Research.
It's true.
They spend all this money to find out. The dog...
Called me.
They need to get through it.
Research, they found the dogs are much better at studying human behavior than they thought. So they can pick up on someone who's not being straight with them. perhaps you should have that dog in the bedroom. Because the dog can tell if your partner has been true. The dog's like, close up, close up. Hey, I'm just saying. Listen. I just had this whole visual of the dogs fighting in her bedroom. We were talking about it, you know.
Got a lot of dogs in my bed.
Yes, and they're apparently always saying, "What is he doing to her?" Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Look, see, look at her face. That dog was like, "What the hell is going on behind me?" All right, we're gonna go and come right back with the amazing and fabulous Kevin Bacon.
So, is every single actor really only 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon? He's revealing the historic link that proves it. Next.
Here's the following. Has been in it as intense as it gets, and the terrifying turns just keep on coming for Kevin Bacon's character, child, the FBI agent Ryan Hardy. Take a look.
When I die, you die. Don't worry about me, Joe. I'm gonna be just fine once you're gone. So you say. What do you want? I want us back. Us? What us? Well, you and me. Bantering, laughing, shedding a few tears. I'd like for you to come and visit me every day until D-Day. I think I deserve that much at least.
Yes, please welcome the fabulous Kevin Bacon. Bacon.
Yes.
Everything this season, everything was looking up.
I know.
Now here comes some new stuff.
I know.
I mean, is it him? Who is it? Who's doing this? Is she going to get eaten, a girlfriend? What's going on, Kevin?
Well, you know, it's one of those shows where I can say very, very little, but, you know, Joe Carroll was my main focus in the first 2 seasons. He's now on death row. He will work his way back into my life. Yeah. I like to say he's like my ex-girlfriend, you know, he just... I'm trying to keep this other relationship together, but she's like, who is this Joe that keeps popping up in your life? And then down the line, we have some more really, really interesting and scary bad guys, one of which is Michael Ealy comes in partway through the season. And Michael is a fantastic actor.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And he's, I don't think I'll be spoiling anything to say that he's pretty bad too.
Yes.
Is
he related to Joe? Are they cousins?
They have a relationship, which I don't want to spoil, but
just want to check.
They do have.
I know this stuff.
Yeah. They have a history, but he's a very, very different kind of guy. You know, Joe Carroll was a very larger-than-life sort of thing, and Michael Ealy's character is a guy that's really floating below the surface.
Yeah. It's scarier, right?
Oh, I love it.
Now, you've said that this role has aged you. I'm beginning to understand why.
Well, and it's, you know, I mean, our great executive producer was talking to me the other day. He's like, dude, you know, we had to go and grab some footage from the pilot because we were using that as a flashback, and man, you look like 10 years younger. Thank you so much, my brother. You know, considering it's season 3.
Right.
You know, but I think that, I mean, look, people say the stress is, you know,
it's
something
like being president, right? They age like before our eyes.
You know, and this is, I play a part that the guy is, every time I go in to work, somebody's killing me or I'm trying to kill somebody, and something.
Stressful stuff.
It's stressful stuff.
Doing all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll say. But you still look good.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking of looking good, your wife, Kara Cedric, she is hot.
Thank you.
She is so hot. And you said that you met her for the first time when she was 12?
I did, yeah. We weren't dating at the time.
Okay.
because I am older than her by quite a few years, but I was doing a play down in the Village, and in between the matinee and the evening show, she had seen the matinee. She saw me at the deli buying a sandwich, and her brother was there with her, and he said, you know, go up and talk to him. She went up and said, I liked you on your show, and I don't remember it, but she does.
Nice.
And then years later, we actually had Jeff Daniels and Cynthia Nixon to thank for the beginning of our relationship, because they were doing a play off Broadway called Lemon Sky, and they came to them and said, we want to do a filmed version of this play, and both of them passed on the job. And I took Jeff's part, and Kira took Cynthia's part.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of history, it's 30-year anniversary of Footloose.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. And you did this wonderful thing with Jimmy Fallon. You did the dance sequence. And was it hard to remember the steps?
Oh yeah, it was impossible. I mean, well, you know, I was right in the middle of shooting the following, and they kind of, you know, they said,
so cute.
Let's do a Footloose thing, and I was like, sure. And then they sent me. Fallon's got a great team that, you know, does these bits, and you just kind of plug into whatever they do. But they sent me this elaborate like dance routine. I don't have time to do this. And then I was literally standing in my kitchen, and I realized I didn't have a copy of the movie, so I got it on Netflix. I had to see if I could remember, you know, whatever the thing was, and
Very, very funny.
it was challenging.
You've been in so many amazing movies, and we wanted to play a game called Bacon Bits, because they're little bits, little tiny
Clever,
snapshots,
bacon bits.
right? They're clever around here.
Never heard that one.
Never heard that one.
And the different roles and you have to guess which movie they're all from, okay? All right, let's start with the
I'm
first
looking
one.
at clips, is that what it is?
Yeah, we're looking at just a little bit, a little
All right,
photo.
okay, oh, photo.
Okay, do you know what that's from?
Yeah, I do know what that is. That is my belt buckle from Tremors.
Very good, very good. All right, one for you. Okay, here's the next
So
one.
far, I like this game.
Okay, well, let's see. Here you go. I got this one. Pressure.
You know that.
I'm guessing that's Apollo 13.
Exactly.
Right.
Easy. Okay. All right. I love that movie. Okay, let's see the next one. Here's the bit. I got this one,
I thought that was a bra for a second.
This is part of your
wear
outfit.
a black push-up
Oh my God,
bra?
I got this.
No, that's my bow tie
In
from
Footloose. Okay, perfect.
Good
See?
job.
Okay,
This is not a
I'm
hard
gonna
game.
put you. I got this one too. What's this?
Animal House.
See?
That's my
These
very
are too
first movie.
easy.
That's my very first movie.
Well, you know he was in them.
Well, I got this.
Not a good-looking boy.
All right, here's the last
Whoa.
one. Here's the last one. What is this a bit from?
That I don't know.
A Few Good Men, your uniform.
Well, you're talking about men in uniform the other day.
Well, you know how I
There you
feel
go.
about that.
You know what happened?
Pretty good.
The band's still traveling?
Yeah, we're doing great. We had a record out called 36 Cents. We were touring around with that in the last hiatus, and when I shut down this year, around April, we'll go out and play some more dates.
Don't forget to come back to the Beacon. Or come to the Beacon.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I love that. Hey, we love Kevin Bacon. You can catch the following on Monday nights. Check your local listing. We'll be right back.
The king of Cuban cuisine, Chef Pepin, is about to change your plans for lunch. Next.
He brought lunch today. Please welcome the fabulous Chef Pepin.
You know, in my show, how are you, Michelle?
Don't leave me.
In my show, I always do this. Whoa!
I love you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. All right, so tell us what you're starting us off with.
Well, I'm having chicken and rice. Arroz con pollo!
Okay.
You know how we start? With olive oil.
That's right.
Healthy.
And yes, very healthy.
Yes.
And I'm using a rice cooker. Okay? And this is chicken breast. What I do, I marinate it with sour orange. You know?
That's very cool. Babe.
Well, it's just like an orange, but uglier. I brought some. So we put, I like to cook the chicken. What are you laughing about, woman? This is serious.
Yes, it is.
Very you. Okay, this is so simple. When I cook, I always do the sign of the cross. I put this one to work to fit this one without moving these two. If it's too difficult, I don't do it.
So here you got the rice.
The rice, yes. This is rice. I use parboiled because it cooks very well.
Right.
And it's 3 measurements of rice with 7 of chicken broth.
Oh.
Now you can buy chicken broth with salt, no salt, whatever. And I put this, this is like prepared tomatoes.
Yeah.
Rotel, they have different brands.
Right.
And see, you have hot, mild, whatever.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. And then I put the onion.
Love an onion.
Complete.
No. A big old onion in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I ain't never
And
seen
then,
that, Chef.
and then half a pimento. You know how to cut onions and don't cry
I
and don't
always
get smell?
cry, even when I'm not cutting onions.
This is very inexpensive as well, correct?
Very, very.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if you get somebody else to cut the onions for you, you don't get the smell.
Good.
Okay?
My girlfriend, Ileana, she's Cuban, and she cooks with a whole onion as well.
Yeah, because why cut it when it's going to come apart? Woman, you're hungry, I notice it. And I'm using sazon. Sazon has everything in it, you know,
Everything.
coriander, annatto, the whole thing.
And this is
what,
saffron.
and then what I do, saffron, yeah, that's expensive.
This is expensive.
Yes.
This is saffron.
But what can I do? We only look poor.
It's just a pinch.
Okay.
Yes.
We stir.
And while that's cooking, what are these
Let me tell you something. Poverty sucks.
Yes, it does.
I hate it.
What are
So,
these other great dishes that Whoopi is dying to
wait,
devour?
that's
Food. She's
That's
here
vaca
starving.
frita. That's a fried cow. Try that, woman. It's delicious. It's very simple to do.
tostones.
Con los tostones. Go. Yum, 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 yum. And we...
Good.
This is very... Well, what I did, I turned the rice cooker on, 40 minutes, and it's done. I love to cook and have the family, everybody to
What
share.
do you do during those 40 minutes? What do you do for fun? How do you relax?
Baby, I enjoy the company, I enjoy the family. We have to put aside at least an hour a day to share with our family.
I like that.
From I have kids, we do 7 o'clock, regardless what happened in my home, my kids were in the table and I was eating.
And what is this?
This is picadillo. You know, it's
Picadillo.
like ground beef, but much better because I put raisins and I put olives and pimentos and you know,
The audience is
recycling.
salivating.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are
Can
hungry.
you smell it? Recycling came when we started cooking because this picadillo, you can eat it like that. We can make empanadas, we can make sandwiches, you never know. And this is a Cuban sandwich.
It's very famous.
That's the best sandwich in the world.
Then
Sandwich.
I have some mango daiquiris. Virgin.
These are virgin?
want virgin?
Yeah, it's so difficult
I don't
to
really
find.
want a virgin.
Yeah, but
I'll
I
take
do.
it. Yes.
Here, here's
But,
a
hey,
shot.
hold it.
Here,
Hold
pour
it. You know what this is?
No.
Wow.
Coconut rum. We please everybody. These are a lot of the things that we use, like plantains. We have them green, we have them semi-green, and we have the ripe ones.
Okay.
The ripe ones are nice and sweet, like me.
Can I have some of these?
Look at this. Whoa, this is TV.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
And remember that onion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at the pepper, how it gets.
Nice.
Look at the onion, okay?
What do you do with onions?
You can eat it if you want
the
to.
whole onion?
Yeah, what I do, I take a fork, excuse me, and I go like this with the rice,
Yes.
and it tastes delicious.
Yes,
It does taste
and
delicious.
what's really great is that the rice should be moist like this. It should not be
Yes,
dry.
yes, no,
With
no.
arroz con pollo.
Yeah.
Nobody likes dry rice.
Please.
That's not something I'm like, give me that dry rice.
Right
Give me
here.
a big old bowl of it. Thank you.
No.
Give me that dry rice.
That good?
Oh my gosh, this is so
Can we
good.
get married?
Yes, let's get married. Thanks to Chef Pepin, members of our audience are going home with one of his aprons. We will be right back.
Rosie, can I say goodbye the way I always
Yes,
do?
go ahead, say goodbye.
Desde el view con Chef Papi hasta el fin.
She's been on the beat of Law & Order SVU for over a decade, but you won't believe the road Tamara Tooney almost took. Next.
the intro, but it's Tamara. Tamara Tooney. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Very excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
Law & Order SVU has been on the air for 16 seasons, and I swear you can turn on the TV and find it anytime you need it, which is all the time.
Need it. She's a junkie. Next to you, junkie.
But why do you think fans are so connected? And I was going to say, why are they still so connected and addicted?
I mean, it's always the writing. I mean, it starts on the page. If it's not on the page, it's not on the stage. That's what we say.
That's it.
But, you know, it's the writing. The writing is just so great. And then you couple it with an amazing cast, you know, Chris Meloni and Mariska and Ice-T and Belzer and some of the new players, you know, Danny Pino and you saw Kelly there in the clip, you know, so it's just great acting and great writing.
I agree.
And the fact that you wanted to be a doctor when you were a kid, and now you're playing a doctor.
Mm-hmm. My parents are happy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
No, it's really great. We were in a little movie called Flight together with Mr. Denzel Washington.
Yes, we were. We were the two women in his life.
That's right. That's right.
God,
now, you're getting rave reviews for your new series called Red Road.
Mm-hmm.
And you play a mother who has a dark side.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
tell us a little bit about the character, and also, are there any connections? I'm not saying that you have a dark side, but are there any connections?
Don't we all? Well, the series The Red Road it's a bit of a suspense thriller. I hope some of you have seen our first season. We just finished shooting the second season, which is going to premiere April 2nd. And I play Marie Vanderveen, who is a Native American woman who is the matriarch of her tribe. And she has a bit of a dark past, as you mentioned, Garcelle. And she is now trying to make up for that by serving her community in the best way that she can. And so her door is always open to, you know, somebody who needs something to eat, somebody who needs a place to stay, somebody who, you know, who lost their parents. She takes in children. And her son, my son, played by Jason Momoa, that fine brother. He has a bit of a criminal past. He's an ex-con, and Martin Henderson plays a police officer, and the two of them have to come together and help each other, and they form some kind of unholy pact. But the first season was really fantastic. I hope you guys got to see it, but the second season is going to be off the chain.
Wow. I love it. Now, when you were growing up, did your family embrace your Native American roots, or were they sort of...
Well, you know, we were very much aware that we had Native American blood in our family. My father's mother, my great-grandmother, was full-blood Native American. Mm-hmm. And even on my mother's side, her family hails from Georgia and Florida. Mm-hmm. And so she has some Seminole, on her side. So on both sides of my family, you know, it's great. It's great.
Now, Whoopi alluded to this earlier, but we know your parents were both morticians and you grew up in a funeral home. Is that right?
That's right.
So, since you're America's favorite medical examiner and we have you here today, we thought we'd have you play our game, Body of Evidence. Are you up for it?
It sounds great. I see dead people.
Okay, exactly. We'll take you over to our dead body. Okay.
Oh, and
all right, you guys ready? Here we go. I'll do the honors.
Brace yourself.
Whoa, we'll call him Rodney.
And it's definitely a guy.
Rodney's open.
Now, we cut him open to save time. This is television here. Now, you have to find and identify some body parts. You ready?
Okay.
No cheating.
All right,
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
I might have to dig in there.
Yeah, go ahead. We won't, but you may.
My fake gloves.
Lungs.
The lungs are right here. Here we go.
It's easy. Too easy for her. Okay, you're right. Okay, and the liver.
The liver is this dark thing right here.
Yes.
It is sometimes called the garbage can of the body. So it's the black thing. Yeah, because it cleans everything. It cleans everything.
All right, the gallbladder.
Oh, the gallbladder. Haha. See, the gallbladder likes to hide. That's that little green thing right there.
That's amazing.
Likes to hide. Likes to hide.
And the pancreas.
The pancreas. Okay, now I have to go underneath the large intestine.
Yes.
And
watch out for the sack.
Look out. This is actually the stomach. This is the stomach.
Huh.
And the
Extra
pancreas, I'm digging in right here, is this right here, this white.
Very good. Yes. You can't even. All right, and how about the spleen?
The spleen. The spleen is this thing right here. They often call it the doorknob, but this is the spleen right here, this little black thing at the end of the pancreas.
She
Very
this
impressive.
little black,
Yes.
not this.
Yeah, not that.
Now, don't say that we didn't give you anything for being here, because we have a gift for you.
Okay,
We're
great.
giving you
the
operation gift.
I love this game.
Our thanks to Tamara Tooney, and be sure to watch the new season of The Red Road on Sundance TV. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.